Is Labour really to blame for that staggering £100 billion debt interest bill? The answer might surprise you, and spark a political debate. Let's dive into what BBC Verify has uncovered. Shadow Chancellor Mel Stride recently suggested on Sky News that the Labour Party's spending decisions were responsible for the UK government's massive debt interest payments, which he stated were now running at £100 billion a year. This is a hefty sum, no doubt, and understandably raises questions about who's footing the bill and why. The latest figures from the Office for Budget Responsibility, OBR, project government spending on debt payments to reach £104.9 billion in the 2024-25 financial year, largely coinciding with Labour's initial period in office. But here's where it gets controversial. Is it fair to pin this entirely on Labour? The OBR data reveals a more complex picture. In fact, debt interest payments were even higher during the final years of the previous Conservative government. Remember the peak of the COVID-19 pandemic? Government borrowing skyrocketed then, leading to those increased interest payments. Specifically, the government paid a whopping £111.6 billion in debt interest during the 2022-23 financial year, according to the OBR. This figure dipped slightly to £106.7 billion in 2023-24, the Conservatives' final year in power. So, claiming that the current £100 billion figure is solely due to the new Labour government spending, well, that's simply not accurate. The seeds of this debt were sown earlier. But here's the part most people miss. While it's true that the debt burden predates the current government, the OBR also projected in March that these costs are set to rise again. Their forecast indicates that in 2026-27, the costs will be £105.7 billion and exceed the previous peak by 2027-28, remaining elevated for at least the subsequent 2 years. This suggests that current fiscal policy, regardless of which party is in power, isn't effectively addressing the underlying problem. Dramatic drone strike verified in Ukraine. BBC Verify has also confirmed the authenticity of dramatic footage showing a drone strike in Sumy, a city in northeastern Ukraine near the Russian border. The video captures the moment a drone attacks a petrol station located in front of a residential building. Engine noise and gunfire can be heard initially, followed by the sudden appearance of the attacked drone, which flies low before crashing near Heroiv Krut Street, causing a significant explosion. The person filming the incident was in a car park and panned the camera to show the petrol station. This detail allowed BBC Verify to corroborate the location using Street View images from Google Maps. According to Ola Hirarov, the head of the Sumy region, 12 people were injured and civilian infrastructure was damaged in the attack, which he reported via Telegram. Trump's White House ballroom, fact versus fiction. Is Trump really allowed to demolish part of the White House? The Trump administration has defended the demolition work which has begun on part of the White House, to build a new $250 million, £149 million, ballroom. BBC Verify's Jake Horton has taken a closer look at how big Trump's ballroom will be and does he actually have the authority to build it? Uganda bus crash, verifying the aftermath. Tragically, a devastating road accident in Uganda has claimed the lives of at least 46 people. BBC Verify has been examining footage circulating on social media showing the aftermath of the crash, which involved 4 vehicles, including 2 passenger buses, on the main road between Kampala and Gulu. Due to the nighttime filming conditions, the surroundings are difficult to discern. However, key details, when cross-referenced with information from the police, help to verify the authenticity of the footage. The names of the bus companies involved, Nile Star Coaches and Planet Company, are clearly visible on the wreckage. The positioning of the buses, as seen in the videos, aligns with initial police reports indicating a head-on collision during overtaking maneuvers. Furthermore, the license plate of the Nile Star bus, visible in some clips, has been confirmed as accurate by Ugandan police. Reverse image searches conducted on the images and video frames yielded no prior online presence, further supporting their authenticity. Efforts are now focused on locating daytime footage to establish the precise location of the collision, with updates to follow as soon as more information becomes available. Summary of verified events. In addition to the Uganda bus crash, BBC Verify has also authenticated footage of the drone strike in Sumy, Ukraine. The video captures the drone impacting the ground just meters away, resulting in a large explosion. While no fatalities were reported, a dozen people were injured. The team is also investigating footage of overnight strikes across both Ukraine and Russia. Finally, BBC Verify's fact-checkers will be examining any major claims made by Keir Starmer or opposition party politicians during Prime Minister's questions in the UK Parliament. What do you think? Are Labour's spending policies being unfairly blamed for the existing debt burden? Or should they bear some responsibility for failing to address the issue effectively? And regarding the rising debt projections, what measures should be taken to mitigate the long-term impact? Share your thoughts and opinions in the comments below.